What up, good people, and you bad people too? This is me, the MATTWOODS, and today I'm gonna do a little cleanup over here. Got this little flower bed out here. Got the old wood chips down there, and a little bit of debris. It's not really bad at all, but we're gonna make it better, y'all. And then on the side of the house here, we got a lot of overgrown weeds and stuff like that surrounding the air conditioner. And then we got this bed over here. It's kind of overgrown, but that mint is looking good, y'all. This is all mint, and it is good. These are some mustard greens, but the girls, they planted them too close together. There was only supposed to be 2 seeds in here. I gave them clear instructions, but they broke the rules, y'all, but it's all good. And these are actually edible as they currently are. So anyway, enough about that. Yeah, so we're gonna get this bed together, do some cleaning up out here, and get it looking right, y'all. Yeah. All right, y'all, so for this job you don't need nothing complex. Get you a little rake. If you only got one rake, hey, it don't matter what kind you got, just get you a little rake and make it work. Get you a little shovel and get you a little I forget what it's called, a Maddox, I think it's called. But yeah, just keep it simple. Small hand tools are cool, but it takes a longer time to get stuff done. The bigger tools, but if that's all you can use, you can't hold up a whole shovel, then use what you got to use. But if you can work a shovel, then when it comes to getting some of the weeds like that, and then hold on, let me get my other hand going. And then what you want to do with these, you want to have some gloves on, because some of this stuff be all whatever. But then that way you pick that out and you don't dump out all that good soil. So you see, I'm doing it with one hand, but of course this is what I do. I'm used to it, but whoever's doing this, they could get used to it too. It's good exercise. I ain't even planning on doing this. I was gonna just do it without holding the camera, but it is really that easy. Or that simple, I should say. Not necessarily easy. If you ain't been doing it, it's not easy. I've been doing this for a while. That's why I say it's easy peasy. All right, and that's pretty much it. I am going to use the weed whacker for to line it up and get it looking good, but it's really early now. It's like about 7:30. I'm not even gonna need that other tool, y'all. Need to switch up hands though. Now I ain't expecting people to do this. This is just a part of my little workout. It's just a little part of the workout right here. That's all I'm doing. Next to his little bed, that's where he lays at. But I'm gonna have to mess his bed up. Then down here, what's down here now is our wood chips. And wood chips are free, So I like using them because of that. And they look good too. And they're natural. As long as the wood chips aren't infected or whatever, they're good for the environment. They're good for the soil, because all that stuff will break down. Whew. All right, so now, told y'all that's a workout, y'all. That is a workout. And then you want to come back through with the rake. Now I ain't gonna be able to do much of this with one hand because I need to put that power on it. Can you dig it? And plus I need to pick up these clumps. And stuff like this, they call this, most people call it a weed, but it's actually mugwort. And mugwort can be dried up, dehydrated, and then used for like an incense. You could burn it up like an incense. So now here's how we're looking. That's how we're looking, y'all. I'm just gonna go through and get the little clumps out and try not to get poked because I ain't got no gloves on. And then what I'm gonna plant over here are some sunflowers. Got some sunflowers over here. I might do squash. I'm gonna do some squash too. And so like the difference is with the rakes, and this is an old rake, y'all, but it still get its rake on. But like the rakes that look like this, it's really made for more so pulling some of the bigger pieces and the bigger chunks of stuff. And then the other rake, which I'll show you in a second, that's kind of a finesse type rake for lightweight stuff, leaves and, you know, different things like that, grass. It's more of a lightweight, you know, kind of, you're getting it nice and, you know, you're getting that pretty, that finesse. You're putting that finesse on it. I don't know the right word, but you know what I'm trying to say though. You know, like when you're manicuring it, you know, giving it that nice little manicured look. And then I'm just gonna rake all this into a pile right here, because I'm gonna come back with the wheelbarrow or something, and I'm gonna burn all of that, except for this one. This is my little decorative thing. Yeah, I keep it simple, y'all. And then coming back through with this rake, which I won't be able to do this with one hand, that's a for sure. But you know, the blades are more flimsy and flimsy and flexible. You know what I'm trying to say. But basically, by being like that, it's gonna like kind of run over the big pieces, but it's gonna pull through the smaller pieces. All right, y'all, so I just went through and I finessed it with the little rake here, the little lightweight rake, and I think it's looking good. What y'all think? All right, so now it's time to take it over to this side, and what I'm gonna do is, like, this is all ground clover, and it's a ground covering that a lot of people like. I don't hate it. I don't want it here, so I got another place where I do want it, and this is gonna go great in that other place, y'all. And then once I get that up, I'm gonna outline around my mint. So I got some mint back here, right there, and then the mint along here. So like I said, I'm gonna do a little outline with the shovel, and then I'm gonna come through with the weed whacker and let the weed whacker do most of the work, y'all. Can y'all dig it? I was gonna let the weed whacker do most of the work, y'all, but I'm out here feeling myself. I have to be out here all day, and I do. I do be, y'all. But yeah, so, and when pulling weeds, you know, and this is if you got the time or really the passion to do it, to, like, you know what I'm saying, get more like healthy. You might be like, oh, I'm scared of bugs. Hey, shit, I'm scared of getting old and being immobile. So it's like, let me try to do the best I can and move around, you know. All right, so I did a little weed pulling, and I'm actually gonna leave this clover here because it's doing pretty good actually, and there are some little berries growing in it. So, and those are edible. I haven't never eaten them before, but they say they really don't taste like nothing. So, but I'm gonna try to find out. I'm gonna find out myself this year and see what's up. So I'm gonna leave that. Like I said, you know, I got around the peppermint, because again, this is all peppermint. So I'm gonna, you know, clean up over there. And then I did take some of the clover. So yeah, so this I did take enough to transplant. So that's cool. And this stuff spreads, so it's all gravy, y'all. It's all gravy. All right, y'all. So I just went through with the weed whacker. Got it looking good. And next I'm gonna come through with the blower, blow all that debris out. All right, y'all, so I am done. Mine is picking up some of those clumps right there. I'm gonna put those in the compost machine or the compost pile. But as far as the bed is complete. There's a few little stragglers left behind, but I'm not tripping because I will be back. And then we got this over here. We got these little piles. Got to get up those little piles, but that ain't nothing to it but to do it. But you can see it's looking a whole lot better now. And then over here, I got my little clover that I kept. Yeah, I'm digging that. I'm gonna pull out some of the little stragglers there. And then I'm also gonna put some wood chips down, probably about just to this half right here, this section here. I'm gonna put the wood chips down, and then got my little mint over here. I probably should have harvested it before I started doing the weed whacking and all that stuff, because now I got dirt all over it, but the rain will wash that away. And yeah, so over here I'm gonna do the tilling so I can work with the soil, and that soil to work with. And that's pretty much it. And then afterwards, well, not today, but another day, I'll get into my baby over here, y'all. I will get into my baby. Yeah. Give her some love. She needs some love, y'all. That rain kind of beat her up last night. Oh, wow. So I got stuff just, yeah, I got some work to do over here, y'all. Yeah, she was supposed to be right there. I don't know how it got all the way out. Anyway, that's what happened in the garden sometimes, y'all. Unexplained phenomena. All right, y'all. I'm the MATTWOODS. Peace. All right, y'all. And I almost forgot. I got to get these branches down. These weeds. I don't have my snippers with me, so I got to, you know, get ninja with it. And that's part of the fun about, you know, landscaping. When you shoveling something, like you digging in the ground, or if you slicing with the machete, you can act like it's your enemies, y'all, and without doing the time, you're digging. So it's like, you know, mentally rewarding. You know, get your slice on. Get your slice on. Kind of hard doing it with one hand here because I need to hold that piece, but then it got the saw on the other side, so that's like the workout. Why go to the gym? Let me see if I can. Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do it with one hand, y'all, but y'all get the point. At any rate, I am the MATTWOODS. And now I'm done.